changes.
Hey everybody, good morning. It is a chilly morning in Florida and it is like 7:45 a.m. and I've got a special video for you today because we drove a little over an hour to go somewhere that has never appeared on my channel ever, and it is a swap meet and flea market in a town called Webster, Florida. If you're from Central Florida, you've probably heard of it. It is a flea market only open on Mondays. Very, very odd.
I'm sad that Colleen's not here.
Yeah, Colleen would die for this. Colleen, if you're watching this, you'll die for this. But it's only open on Mondays. Very, very odd. So I'm gonna take you around and hopefully you enjoy this. Look at the little bus. You wanna talk about the ultimate thrifting machine and storage? Check out this bus. Dudes. Now this is what you need to go thrifting in. I could see Jamie Pace using this to go thrifting. It's a cool little bike.
It's kind of creepy.
That is some cool vintage stuff right there. Some Jim Beam statues. That one's missing the bottle, but that one's really cool.
It's made of bullets. Here we go.
When I say that you'll see anything at the swap meet, you will see anything. They're already 2020s. Some old military jackets. These are pretty cool. I haven't had a ton of success with these, but I've done okay on them. These ones aren't quite that old. The hat's pretty cool.
No, not yet.
This is probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. It's like half gator, half tribal looking dude.
It reminds me of Terry Bradshaw.
The Terry Bradshaw and the Masked Singer, yeah.
That's all I think about now.
Yep. What is that thing? I don't even know.
I don't know. I like this.
Little tricycle that looks all haunted. Colleen and everyone should recognize that.
Somebody made it. I think somebody made it.
Straight out of 1977, Star Wars. Destroy Death Star game. First one to destroy the Death Star wins. They're asking $10. It's selling for like $40, $50, but this shipping on this would be tough. It's got a little weight to it too. So far before our times. Check this out. Whatever would we do?
All of them are rewired except this one.
That's amazing.
Whatever would we do in today's day and age? Always see the coolest signs at these things, like no trespassing. My buddy Pete would love that. And me and my old crab live here. I should get that for my mom. Man, these are quite the collection of license plates, but I love this sign. But get me drunk and enjoy the show. My favorite beer, Blue Moon. All right, so we've walked all the way to the back, which I'm gonna show you guys. That's all the way up where we parked, up to the front. There's more stuff all the way around there. There's a part in the back there, wraps all the way around, and then all the way there, and then all the way back up to the front. This place is ginormous, and look, half of it's empty. Look at all these empty tables. Like once or twice a year they do this free vendor weekend, or free vendor Monday or whatever it is, and there'll be like thousands of people. So I want to look that up and do another video then, but for today I don't know how much more we're going to look through. It's cold and it's huge, but we'll walk for a little bit longer. Look at all this craziness. Look, Trump, $5. Craziness. Wow. Full on alligator. Unbelievable amount of stuff. Check this thing out. Ice cream churn. No idea how old this thing is, but it is awesome. Obviously homemade ice cream. It's churning. Look at that, the belt and all. Can you imagine what that was like when it was originally made? That is super cool. All right, right, welcome home, rock stars, and you guys had a great look at the Webster, Florida flea market. If you live in Central Florida, please take a chance to go check it out. It was amazing, it's awesome. It will take you 2 to 3 hours to walk all of it. It is open from 6 a.m. until 2 or 3 p.m. Mondays, only Mondays. It is $3 to park and bring cash. The ATM charges $3 to get money out. Oops, my fault, I was going to flea market, I forgot to stop for cash. But if you take cash, you'll be good. I only spent like 50, 60 bucks, so if you want to take 100 or 200 out, you should be more than good, unless you find something expensive. Now, with these flea markets, the front is all vendors with flea market stuff, like their actual stuff out of their garage, or their pickers, or they're emptying their house, or their store, or whatever. The back was all the like overseas, you know, cheap Chinese stuff, whatever you want to call it, vendors, like the actual vendors. The front is what you want, the flea market guys and the hustlers and the pickers. They had awesome stuff. So let me show you what I got. Some really amazing stuff. The very first item is this Nimslo 3D 35mm 3D camera. I said 3D twice, I heard that. Okay, so this thing is awesome. It looked like it was brand new, but then I opened it, and of course it's used. But what's really cool is it came with this flash, this 90-degree flash, right? And then it came with the original box, of course, and it came with the original paperwork and the postage card, which is very, very cool, made in Japan, obviously. It came with an unopened power cord, which is pretty nifty looking type thing. I don't know, some kind of attachment. The camera is in absolutely perfect shape. Nothing crazy about it. Look at this, quadra lens 30mm. This is very cool. And so I've never seen this before. I don't have any experience with them. But they are looking like they're worth about 100 bucks on eBay with the flash and the box and everything. So asked the guy how much, he said $3. I could not pull out $3 fast enough. This is the kind of finds, and this is something when I put it up for sale, somebody's gonna want this right away. Even if I take 80 or 90 bucks for it, I paid $3. Now it is going to be, priority. This thing weighs, it's got a little bit of weight. I haven't weighed it, but it's definitely gonna be over a pound. This is probably like close to 2 pounds. So it's gonna be 10 or 12 bucks to ship. It's in a small box. I mean, it could almost go in like a regional or small flash. So it may only end up being like 9 or 10 bucks to ship. If it sells for 100, you're talking about $14, $15 worth of fees, plus the shipping, 20 bucks, I'll make 80. I paid 3, that's 77 profit, maybe a little less, but hopefully right around there. So I always look for cameras at these places. They're really plentiful. Some guy had 2 pop open Polaroids. He wanted 20 bucks a piece for them. One was worth about 40 and one was worth about 50, but there was no meat on the bone, and if anything, God forbid, was wrong with them, it would have been bad. Now, of course, I didn't test this, but with the excellent condition, the box and everything, I feel very, very confident in this one. Now, this is the one that I was iffy about. This is a Minolta X700. Let me show you this, right? It's pretty cool. Camera techie people will appreciate this, camera aficionados. So looking into the lens, it's good. I mean, it's got a decent, you know, lens. I was able to zoom in and out. The zoom was working, the focus was working. It's got a couple little tiny little dots as like dirt maybe. Not bad shape at all. So only thing I got with this was the camera, nothing else. The highest end ones were selling for about 100 to 120. Most of them were in the 80, 90 range, even with the dirt. I expect that I'm gonna get about 70 for this, maybe 80. I paid $12, she wanted 15. I offered her 10 and she said 12 and I took it. So $15 for 2 cameras that potentially could be listed gross close to 200. Can't really beat that, right guys? And then, you know, the $200 even after fees and shipping, if I only end up getting 125 or 150 for them in pocket, I paid $15, 10 times the money, all day. Okay, cool. So couldn't help myself, had to pick up some shirts, right? Most of the shirts everyone wanted $5 for. They were too expensive. They were George. They were, you know, just low-end brand Hawaiian shirts. But I was able to pick up 5. So this one was cool. This is Bit and Brittle, which is one of my favorite brands to sell, you guys know. It's a medium, which is gonna make it hard. But look, it says Texas Hold'em, all in, flop, it's all poker. Now normal Bit and Brittle shirts, Bit and Brittle shirts, excuse me, sell for $20-ish. This one with all the poker on it, this is an easy 30 bucks. Shouldn't be no problem, Posh or eBay. Everything's in great condition on it. Paid $5. So I'll pay $5, you know, when I go into thrift stores and find those shirts for $7 and $8 and get them for half off for $3, $4. I'm willing to pay $5. It's a medium, so it's a little iffy, but this will sell. I'll just hang on to it and list it, no rush at all. This one was a great find. This is a 2XL and it's Harley. Check it out, button down Harley. Look at all the Harley Davidsons. Again, this one was $5, that's okay. It's 2XL, so it'll have no problem fetching 30, 40 bucks for a shirt like this. Harley shirt should get me, you know, I'll be happy if I sell for 30, that's 25 profit, less the fees and shipping will leave me about 18. And again, I paid 5, so 3.5 times the money. This is the coolest one I bought. Again, $5. This is Dragonfly. It's not a known brand. It's large, but check this out, guys. Can you see what's on the thing? It's the dogs playing poker. It's got it on the back too. This is the jewel of the $5 shirts today. I'm gonna list this shirt for 50. I'm gonna ask 50 for it. The first offer I get, like 35, 40, I'll probably take, but I'm gonna ask 50 for it. If you guys are interested in any of these shirts, this is a large, this is a 2X, and this is a medium. If you ever see anything on this channel you want, the cameras, whatever, certainly ask me and I'll be happy. So 15 for the 3 shirts. I'm gonna try to reasonably get, you know, I'd love to get 30, I'd love to get 40, that's 70, and I'd love to get 25 at least out of this. So it's 95, maybe 100 bucks in the shirts, less fees and shipping, $60, $70. Paid 15, so that could be 4 times the money on that. So paid 15, gonna try to sell for 100 and 200, so $30 and 300 gross sales. 10 times the money, less fees and shipping, 6 times the money, profit, hopefully. All right, the last thing that I bought, and I could have stayed there and bought way more stuff. I would have had to take a lot of time though. This guy had a table, huge table of action figures for $100, or for $1 a piece, I'm sorry, not $100, $1 a piece. Excuse the bag, I know you guys hate the bag in the video, sorry. Okay, and a lot of them were wrestling figures, and so $1 for an action figure is a lot, but there were some older ones and I looked them up. For example, you guys might know this is the Outsiders from WCW. This is Kevin Nash. He was really popular back in the day, we're talking late 90s, early 2000 maybe. WCW, Kevin Nash, the Outsiders, pretty crazy. This action figure probably worth about 10, 12 bucks. Not really a fortune, but decent. Also, we got a Bret Hart one, which Bret Hart, the Hitman Hart, probably again 10 to $12. We got quite a few Triple H ones. I got 2 close to the same. Triple H is really popular in the game. You know, these are all $6, $8, $10 ones. Couple Stone Cold Steve Austin ones. So I could put these in lots of like 4 or 5 and charge maybe like 15, 20 bucks. The Big Show, Paul White, you guys probably know this guy, 7-footer. So the plan really, I thought about maybe lotting them all together since I bought 12 of them for $12. And charging maybe like 75 to 100. I might list these 2 individually and try to put like, you know, 8 to 10 bucks a piece in my pocket on these, pay for the lot, and then put the rest of the lot up for 30, 40. Either way, I expect that my $12 should be worth about 40 to 50, so say 4 or 5 times the money after everything. Action figures are great sellers. People get very, very nostalgic over these and they collect them, so it's a pretty good market. So total spent here was 15 on the cameras is 30, 12 here is 42. Really, I hope the gross sales on these is 350, maybe close to 400, 350, 400. I passed on the Star Wars games. I passed on so many things that I probably could have bought that were just close margins, you know, spending 10 to sell for 30, 40. I probably could have spent $100, $150 there easy, even maybe more. So I took it as a trip to, 1, buy some cool stuff, make some money, check it out, scope it out, see how it is, you know, after not being there for a couple years, and to make a video, of course, so you guys could check out another option to source. Flea markets are amazing, and we did pretty good. 200 or 300 bucks in profit, paid for the trip, the gas, a couple hours, you know, we were there about 3 hours. This will take me, this stuff is gonna be quick, you know, like maybe 10, 15 minutes to list the shirts, maybe 10 or 15 minutes to list the cameras, 10 minutes to list the action figures. Let's just say it takes me an hour to list these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items, you know. In 3 hours there, that's 4 hours, get to make 200 or 300 bucks. Not many places you can go to make $50, $60 an hour, $70 an hour over the course of 4 hours. So really, you know, driving, spending the time there and listing, even if you add my driving time, still really good margins. So check out your flea markets, look them up. If you live in Central Florida, check out Webster, Florida. plan 3 or 4 hours. It's humongous if you couldn't tell. And stick to the vendors that sell their own stuff or their pickers. A lot of them do know the prices. A lot of them know what they're selling, but every table you go to, you're gonna say, wow, that's cool, wow, that's cool, wow, that's cool. And you're gonna find some good stuff. Bargain with them, make them offers, take cash. You can do really, really well. I bargained, you know, for the camera down. The action figures, I probably could have said, hey, I got 12, give them to me for 10. The shirts, I might have been able to say something. Always bargain. All right, guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this. I appreciate it. Check out your flea markets. Check out all of your good places to source outside of thrift stores, because buying from the end user, direct from the person, you will get some of the best deals. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch these videos. Please give them a thumbs up if you like them, if you enjoy the items that are in them, and if you enjoy these types of videos. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. I'm gonna start going to this flea market, I think, on Mondays, because it's awesome. And we'll have some more great videos for you. Enjoy your evening, everybody, and I'll see you next time.